Hi, this is my third video about emotional issues. The first one is about hiding emotion causes physical body problems. After that one, someone gave me comment, and then I do the second video, which is talk about to be a good person or to be a whole person. After that video, someone gave me a non-comments, actually share his real feelings and struggling. This video focus on this issue, like long-term emotional struggling inside. Lots of people have such emotional struggle inside of themselves. This video, I'll talk about this area. The four things I want to focus on. First is why acting emotions and acting them out are two completely different things. And the second is why emotional healing follows a process similar to physical healing. And also why some emotional problems require deeper help and support. Instead of you just hold by yourself, you just try to use your brain, your thinking to relieve those emotional struggles. Sometimes it's impossible. And also at the end of this video, I will teach you two ways to help yourself at home relieve some of those toxins from the negative emotions stored inside of your body. So for this person, he said, I would be someone who is probably slowly killing myself because my heart and head have fight with one another and not come into alignment for decades now. And my health is now paying the price. He actually is a very nice person, I think, because I know suppress my emotion is slowly hurt my health. But I'm afraid that if I truly accept my emotions, I'll become a bad person. So he actually want to be a good person. In his comments, he said, actually here, he doesn't want to accept his negative emotions because he doesn't want to create like damage to his family members, his friends, because he said one of his friends accept those negative emotions and became very damaged. So in this video, I want to say the major thing is accepting your true emotions doesn't mean acting impulsively on them. And how we can help us with these negative emotions by also accepting them. Accepting them doesn't mean you have to damage your own health. You can be a better person, a healthier person in both mind and body. Emotional healing is similar as physical healing. So for example, if your hand have like a cut, and so you see it and you accepted this problem. And so that's the notice the problem. You are aware of this problem, and then you accept this problem, and you do something to help it. You use a bandage. But if you just try to ignore it, if it's a kind of deep cut, it's maybe got even worse if you don't do anything. So that's what we usually do. The same, you got a cold, and I have a cold, I need to sleep more and drink hot water to help myself to get better. Those is all you are aware, you accept, you do something to help yourself. So the same, for emotion, it's the same. You need to be aware first. But many people, the first step, they don't aware it. If they have already have depressing for a long time, many people don't realize it. They even feel like crying a lot. Then they realize something wrong. I also have patients that come to see me, quite a few. The first time, they're laughing a lot. They seem still very cheerful persons. And then they come to see me for physical problems, right? So at this stage, you already have lots of symptoms, and it looks like a very cheerful person. So when I saw this kind of like a person laughing a lot at the first visit, I worry about it. Because that means they will try to hide the real emotions. That they're very nervous. They try to hide inside. Usually after treatment, they make crying, and then they are much more peaceful. So aware of the problem. And the second one is you need to accept it. Many people actually, when they were like an angry person, they are like a very stressful person or very sadly grief. And if you say, oh, you are very depressing, you are very angry, they say, no, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm normal, I'm fine. You don't want to accept it. So that's a problem. If you don't accept it, it's like you cut your finger. How can you help yourself? The third one is you need to get help. So for physical problems, The minor problem we can handle by ourselves. But what if you have Lyme disease? You have autoimmune problems. Can you help yourself? As most people cannot. So they have to seek help to see a doctor. The same as emotional issues. So for minor emotional issues or something you can handle by yourself, and that's okay, then you can go back to normal. But for those severe emotional problems, you already know it, and you have to seeking for the help. And for the help, I want to talk about the two kind of helps. Which person you go to seek help is very important. I want to respond to the reviewer who left the comment in my last video, because I can feel that you must have spent a long time writing it. And honestly, people usually do not write something that long unless there is a deep pain inside. So I wanted to respond to you very seriously and thoughtfully. In many ways, this entire video is a response to you. I wrote something down first so I can say it more accurately here, because English is not my mother language. First, you have already completed the first step, awareness. You have already seen that something inside of you have been blocked for a very long time. And you also know that it has already begun affecting your health. But you became stuck at the second step. You are afraid to accept your emotions. Because you are afraid. You're afraid that once you admit, I have angry, I have pain, you will become like the friend you described, controlled by those emotions and eventually destroyed by them. But I want to tell you, your fear makes complete sense to me. And I think there is one very important misunderstanding. Acceptance is not a surrender. And acceptance doesn't mean I have emotions. Real acceptance simply means you finally stop running away. It is the moment you are finally willing to say to yourself, okay, I see you now. I'm no longer going to pretend you do not exist. The problem with the friend you described it may not actually have been that he truly accepted his emotions. He may never have truly faced them at all. Perhaps he kept judging by his behavior and indulging in his emotions, or consistently blame other people. And once blaming others become justified, people can begin doing things that hurt those around them. But that is not acceptance. That is emotional indulgence. Real acceptance actually requires strength. Right now, because you are afraid of hurting other people, you keep suppressing your emotions. You avoid looking at them. You avoid accepting them. But this is like someone with a deep wound in their hand who refuse treatments until the wound becomes worse and worse. And now you already know that your body has also begun to suffer because of it. You need help. That is the third step, the treatment, getting some help. But treatment at this stage is not something that can be achieved simply by a change in thoughts alone. It must involve healing both the mind and the body together. And when your true healing begins, not only can those heavy negative emotions gradually be released, your body can also begin recovery. You can begin feeling lighter, more relaxed, and healthier again. From my experience, many people think they have difficult to really feel the emotional problems. Most of them came to me for physical problems, and then they realized those physical problem was caused by the emotional issues. This is the first step, the awareness. The second one is accept those problems. But actually, the first step have another problem is that at least half of the patients I have seen, they thought their emotional issue were caused by this. But actually, after we processed, they realized that really the emotionally issue was caused by other things. So here is the example. We'll watch this video first.
And there was part of me that was frightened because I didn't want to have a memory of her if, you know, because she'd been, I guess, not alive for like 4 or 5 days by that time. And I just was afraid to have that memory of her. And I didn't hold her.
Okay. Okay. See, this is what really stuck inside your body.
Yeah.
Make you really want to cry. Yeah. It's people you always think, oh, the parents did something. Actually, this is what, when you talk about your mom said you didn't cry this much.
Right.
But when you talk about the baby, actually, that's really make you cry.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very typical example. She came to see me for severe diarrhea. Every day, over 10 times diarrhea for 10 months before she came to see me. She was very thin at that time, also have lots of other, after half year before this, diarrhea is already stopped. And the pancreas, the other problems already much better. And during the past half year, she talked emotional issue, always blame her mom. And she said her mom did what make her feel those emotional issues. And then finally we went to this session, and when she was talking about her mom, she was peaceful, didn't cry at all. This is her first time she cried. And she cried very from her heart. Actually, it's after 40 years, she lost her baby. This is something she really hid inside of her, and she didn't want to face it. The real emotional issue, actually, people don't want to really face it. Those people talk a lot. They want to talk to this person, say, oh, I have this problem, I have this emotion issue. Actually, those is not really that deep ones. Those really deep ones really cause physical health problems, emotion issues are those the people that don't even want to face it. They want to ignore it. They want to cover it. They don't even want to forget about those things. So this is the first step, awareness. That's why I emphasize awareness first step. So the first step you needed to know, but another thing you needed to know what the real cause of the emotional issue cause the physical problems. So this is very important. In Chinese medicine, we treat the body like a human as a whole, like body and mind, like one system. Here I show the 5-element system. So like a liver related emotional, angry, heart, like joy. These are all abnormal joy. It's not like the normal person joy is successful, like a joy, like just all the time. Even though lots of physical symptoms, but she's still laughing a lot, too much. Spleen worry, overthinking, non-related sadness, grief, and kidney related to the fear and anxious anxiety. So those, and each element have a dynamic relationship with other 4 elements. So then it can be balanced. The ecosystem can be balanced. For example, so when we really treat people, if we see that people are easy angry, irritable, often that's mostly related to liver problems. For example, here, I show this example here. Okay, so say this lady, the younger one, actually she has Lyme disease. And when she just came to see me, she almost argue with her husband every day. And I noticed that her liver function have some problems. She have stagnation. And so I help her liver function. And then she come to see me and said, oh, my husband asked me why I didn't argue with him for a whole week. So this is actually a very typical thing. Many women.
I came from Philadelphia to visit my daughter, and I wanted to see Dr. Joy because she gave me the herbal tea that I've used for a year that has kept me healthy and improved my lung function, and I feel so good on it. So I came to see her and meet her.
And
so
I referred her to Dr. Joy because Dr. Joy has helped me 2 times, one with postpartum insomnia and the second time with Lyme disease. And now I feel amazing, all because of Dr. Joy.
So thank you, Dr. Joy.
Thank you.
She's
Thank
the
you very
best.
much.
Yeah, so very happy, huh? In Chinese medicine, we think body and mind together. Physically problems also indicate emotionally problem. Long-term emotional problem also causes physically body problems, internal organs functions, and decrease your immunity. After the whole body treatment, you are not only physically getting health getting better, but emotionally also getting better. How they are not separate, they are all together. By the end of this video, I'll teach you 2 simple ways you can do at home to help your emotion caused by the qi stagnation inside of your body and make it better prevent it getting worse.
Okay, for emotional issues, remove the liver qi stagnation. That's important. And usually the qi is stuck in the chest area and the liver and the gallbladder. This is meridian. And so for this area, you can just do. Or you massage this point, this area. See, this point, or maybe here, you can massage all the way. Many people feel painful here. So massage, you can find a very painful spot, like just like a circle deep massage, massage, and the liver, liver gallbladder, just typing here. If you have tool, it's better to have the tool. This you can buy from Amazon. I think the name is Meridian massage tool, and you can just follow the pants, the line here, and the inside. Both legs. And if you don't have the tool, that's fine. Just use your hand to type massage. Many people may feel very painful here, this area, very painful here too, and this area, this side, how you feel massage. For women, 90% feel painful here. For men, lots of men don't feel here painful, but the inside, and also help the qi stagnation. You can just push like here. This can, or after you did this, you may feel the qi seems okay, can go through, and you feel better.